Today, we're diving into something special. Something that brings muscle car heritage roaring back with a modern twist. I'm talking about the all-new 2026 Chevrolet Chevelle. Yes, you heard that right. The Chevelle is back. And it's not just a retro tribute, it's a full-on reimagination of what American performance can look like in the modern age. So stick around, because we're going through every inch of this machine inside, outside, under the hood, and how much it'll set you back. Right off the bat, the 2026 Chevelle makes a bold impression. It doesn't tiptoe around its heritage, it embraces it. You'll recognize the long, low body profile with a wide front stance that gives it an aggressive, road-hugging look. Up front, the grille stretches nearly edge to wedge, a modern evolution of the classic split design, with active aero shutters and deep LED headlights tucked under sharp brows. Looks angry in the best way possible. The hood features strong sculpting and in some trims, even functional heat extractors. There's muscle in every line. From the flared wheel arches to the clean sculpted sides, the Chevelle carries a presence that demands attention without screaming for it. The wheels are big, starting at 19 inches and going up to 21 inches on. The ZL1 trim with a selection of designs ranging from brushed aluminum to gloss black. Around the back, you've got slim LED taillights with a light bar running across the width and a modern take on the ducktail spoiler. The quad exhaust tips are loud and proud, both visually and orally. Color options include deep metallics, modern matte finishes, and a few Heritage-inspired two-tones that look absolutely killer under sunlight. It's modern muscle without being cardish. Now, when you step inside the Chevelle, it becomes clear that Chevy wanted to blend comfort, performance, and nostalgia. The cabin isn't overstuffed with buttons, but it's not barren either. You're greeted with a driver-centric cockpit that feels premium and serious about performance. The steering wheel is flat-bottomed, wrapped in leather or Alcantara depending on the trim, and features integrated controls and paddle shifters. Behind it is a fully digital instrument cluster 12.5 inches. Wide configurable to show everything from traditional gauges to real-time performance stats. In the center sits a crisp 14-inch touchscreen infotainment display with Chevy's latest UI. It supports wireless Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, built-in Alexa, and voice recognition that actually works. Physical climate controls sit just below, a welcome feature in a world where everything's becoming touchscreen. The center console is wide and slightly angled toward the driver. Reinforcing that performance car feel, the seats are a highlight. In base and mid trims, you get leather with contrast stitching and heating cooling functionality. Move up to the SS and ZL1, and you get bolstered Recaro seats that hug you in all the right ways. The material quality is excellent throughout soft touch. Surfaces, aluminum trim, and optional carbon fiber or suede inserts, depending on how far you go up the lineup. There's ambient lighting that can be customized by color and brightness, giving the cabin a refined, techie glow at night. Space dash-wise, it's a 2+2 coupe, which means the rear seats exist, but they're best for shorter trips or small passengers. Up front, though, you've got plenty of legroom and headroom, even for taller drivers. Visibility is surprisingly decent for a car with such a low roofline, thanks to smart pillar design and wide side mirrors. Trunk space is actually decent, making this not just a weekend toy, but potentially a daily driver for the enthusiast. Now let's talk about what really matters, the drive. The 2026 Chevelle comes with multiple powertrains to suit different drivers and budgets. The entry-level model starts with a turbocharged 2.7-liter inline for producing around 300 horsepower and decent torque. It's efficient, surprisingly responsive, and makes a solid case for those wanting the look without burning through fuel. Step up a bit, and you get a 3.6-liter twin-turbo V6 pushing out nearly 450 horsepower. Perfect middle ground for performance and practicality. But the real star of the show is the V8 lineup. The SS trim features a 6.2-liter naturally aspirated V8 delivering 505 horsepower. It's raw, loud, and connected. If that's not enough, The ZL1 trim throws in a supercharged 6.6-liter V8, making a massive 682 horsepower and 660 pound-feet of torque. With a 0 to 60 time just over 3 seconds and a quarter mile in the low tens, this thing isn't messing around. Transmission options include a 10-speed automatic with lightning-fast shifts, or for the purists, a 6-speed manual that's one of the best-feeling sticks Chevy has produced in years. Rear-wheel drive comes standard, but for the first time in a Chevelle, you can get an optional all-wheel drive system perfect for taming all that power or just dealing with bad weather. On the road, the Chevelle feels balanced, agile, and planted. It's not just about straight-line speed. Magnetic ride control is available, and it does wonders smoothing out the ride without compromising handling. Steering is responsive, and even though it's electric, it gives you enough feedback too. Stay connected to the pavement. Brembo brakes on higher trims bring everything to a confident stop. And you've got customizable drive modes that adjust everything from suspension stiffness to throttle response to exhaust sound. Speaking of sound, that exhaust note is worth mentioning on its own. In normal mode, it's refined, but present. Switch to sport or track, and the baffles open up to deliver a growling, deep roar that sends shivers down your spine. It's not artificial. Either it's raw, mechanical, and incredibly satisfying now. For the question everyone's asking, how much? The base model with the Turbo 4 starts around $39,000, which is pretty aggressive for what you get. The V6 trims fall into the low to mid $50,000 range. The SS with the V8 starts at about $64,000, and the fully loaded ZL1 comes in just under $80,000. Even with every option box checked, you're staying under $85,000, which makes it a solid deal compared to rivals offering similar horsepower. You're also getting modern. Safety, tech-adaptive cruise control, lane keep assist, automatic emergency braking, blind spot monitoring, and even an optional 360-degree camera system. Plus, Chevy's warranty is competitive, and parts availability is wide, which keeps long-term ownership easier and more affordable. So, after spending time with the 2026 Chevrolet Chevelle, here's the verdict. It's not just a throwback. It's a breakthrough. Chevy managed to honor the past without being stuck in it. It delivers modern performance, cutting-edge tech, aggressive design, and real muscle car character all wrapped into one incredibly compelling package. Whether you're a longtime fan of the name or just someone looking for something bold and different, the Chevelle absolutely deserves your attention.